Okay, I'm Alexi Mendenhall. I've been been substance abuse and just been addicted for like 8 years, so since I was about 12 or 13. I recently started using heroin and cocaine. I've kind of gone through like trying every drug, I think, just about, and abusing all of them until I got into heroin and became physically addicted to that and used that a little bit more. And I've also abused alcohol and pills as well, so kind of tried just about everything. Heroin was the one that I think I didn't really want to give up. So.
Okay, very good. And so you've tried other rehabs or anything, or?
I've been in one other treatment program when I was 15, and then I graduated when I was 16 in Utah, and I graduated that one, and that worked out fairly well for me. For about 2 years I was clean, and then kind of started going off track again after that.
Okay. What made you go off track? What was it that?
I think probably relationships I was in and the friends I was around.
Okay. And so the question is, are you addicted now?
Yeah.
How do you know you're addicted?
I think about heroin on a daily basis.
Like, when do you normally think about it?
Sometimes I'll have dreams about it, but like on top of that, like throughout the day, I'll just think about it. It just kind of comes and it goes, but I don't think there's been a day that I haven't thought about it. Mm-hmm. So it just kind of like contaminates my mind.
Right. Okay. And I've never done drugs. I don't know how you do it. And I'm just kind of curious, can you show me what you do with your hands as you do the drug, just to see how strong your addiction is? 0, I'm not addicted at all. 10, I'm highly addicted. How strong is your addiction right now?
As far as like...
Now, right now, if you were to say my addiction level is...
My addiction level is probably a 9 or 10. If it were right in front of me, I would do it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right, and you know what it feels like to get high?
Yeah.
And if you were to move your hands, the addiction level would go out higher, you think?
Probably.
Try it and see what happens. Well, what do you do with it? Because I don't know how to do it. You feel it, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. I can definitely feel it, just kind of like...
All right. Now, I have another test for you, and the whole purpose is to test your addiction level. All right, go ahead and pull it back. How's that feel?
Like, I want heroin and cocaine.
And that's 100% you do?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let me remind you, that's not real heroin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just powdered sugar. It's some kind of plum and candy. But it feels real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is what we're going to do. You're going to go in session, and you're going to come back, and things will be different. So what you want?
Yeah.
All right. Even though you know it's all sugar, you know it's all fake.
It's still like seeing it and knowing what it looks like. I think it just kind of just jump starts. It's like.
Yeah. Very good. Hey, Lexi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
So you've been in Habilitat for how long ago? How long had you been in? 3 years? 2 years?
Almost 3 years.
3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why you were in is because of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of drugs were they?
Heroin, cocaine, alcohol, pills.
All of it?
All of the above, yeah.
And so, obviously, I mean, we've been coming since 2012, I believe. Mm-hmm. And were you here then?
Yes, the second time you guys came.
Mm-hmm. And you get some sessions, right?
Every time.
And before you were tapped on, you heard about this tapping. What was your initial thoughts?
I was skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never really heard of anything like it before.
And then your first session after the session?
I think my first session was probably one of the more effective ones. There was a lot of, I guess, skeletons and everything I was dealing with, so that helped a lot. And then I continued to have sessions every time you guys came.
Mm-hmm. How many sessions do you think you had?
Oh, I would say like 10 or 12, if not more.
Mm-hmm. And did it help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how do you say, okay, it helped you. So how did it help you? How do you know logically, practically, this is what it did for me? What did it do?
For me, I think, like I said, the first time I kind of had an emotional breakthrough, if you'd like to call it that. But a lot of the feelings I had about being down about myself and my past and guilt and things that I went through, it helped me a lot dealing with it. And now, you know, when I look back at the things that I went through, I don't feel the same way that I did before. It doesn't hold me back anymore. I feel better about the person that I am now. And then every time I worked on something different, and it just kind of had the same effect, that it wasn't holding me back or holding me down anymore.
So why do you think you initially started using drugs? What was the driving force behind you using drugs?
Oh, not knowing how to cope with my emotions and wanting to escape. And
seems to be a common thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, here it is. You've been tapped on about 3 years then.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years. And the person you are today is because of the fact that you've cleaned up these memories?
Yes.
And because, you know, I've had worked with individuals who come from Habilitat, they graduate, and later on they come back. And the reason why they usually come back is one basic thing, is their memories, their emotions, and their pains and hurts, and the ability to deal with their problems. So do you have the skill to change how you feel?
Yes. And
have you been using the tapping on yourself?
Yes.
And do you get results?
Yes.
That's good. So you've been out in the real world now.
Yes.
And you know, there are drugs around you. There's all this stuff. So what's your reaction now when you see, or what you've noticed your reaction when you're out there in the world? I
have no desire to use anymore. It's just not a part of my life for the person I am anymore, because now I feel better about the person I am and the person I've worked hard to become. It's just, there's no appeal to me.
I mean, you do see it though. And your reaction when you see it is what?
It's just like, no thank you. Like, I'm kind of, it's just like not a part of my life for the person I am anymore. And some people, you know, they feel the need to use, and for whatever reason, it's just, that's just not how I deal with, if I have problems or anymore. It's just no draw.
Very good. So when you think about drugs now, what's your first initial thought?
Hell no. Like, really, I'm just like, oh, it sounds just so stupid to even become caught up in that again.
You know, when I started coming here, working with you guys, and even Jeff, who's been 17 years free, he still had some of those feelings inside of himself. And we were talking and said, well, what we need to do is get some fake-looking drugs, you know, and do this stuff. And he's over there squirming in the back. And I think, we got a live one back here. You know, even though he's not using drugs, inside of his mind, he still had that drug stuff. So I'd like to test you. All right, I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to go back in time and just remember a time and place that you did feel high, and see if you can find the feeling, the high feeling.
Man, it's been so long. I don't even think I could, like, bring that out with me anymore.
But you've been thousands of times getting high, and you can't find it?
No.
All right, very good. All right, you injected, snorted, smoked it? How'd you do it?
Injected.
All right, so I'd like you to pretend as if the drug's here on your lap. I'd like you to reach over and grab it and do whatever you do, and see if there's any emotions, any reaction, not any emotion, any desire to use. And if there's emotions like I feel repulsed by it, you can tell us that too. So just go ahead and just pretend like it's there.
Do the whole, like, everything. There's really... I can go through the process in my mind, but it's just... There's really nothing there for me in that anymore. Like, seriously.
Like, when you're doing this, how do you feel when you're doing this?
It feels stupid. Like, it's just...
All right, very good. Now, just checking.
Yeah.
All right, we also have some, you know, your needle, cocaine, heroin, black tar heroin, pills. What's your reaction when you see this?
Kind of makes me, like, sick, and that was actually something that I tapped on, like that it would make me like nauseated.
And we kind of helped you with that a little bit too in sessions, didn't we?
A lot, actually. Like a lot.
So you feel sick? No desire whatsoever?
It just
kind of repulses you? Okay, good. That's what we want. All right, very good. And you're out there in the real world, you know? Have you been to your home? Have you been to where you came from? Have you seen your friends? Have you seen your family?
I have not yet. I'm going to be going home at the end of the year, so
okay.
We'll kind of see how it goes.
Yeah.
But.
And do you get little triggers at all? You know, after, you know, you're out there in the world, you're free. I mean, you've been refined, confined, you couldn't do anything. Now you're free to do anything you want now. So have you been triggered by other things, events, drugs, anything? Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think with going through the program here and what you guys brought to the table as well, it was just exactly what I needed.
So how bad was your addiction? Were you really addicted?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how bad was it?
Like, I had to use every day, a couple of times a day. If I didn't have my drugs, I was finding a way to get them, and like there was no stopping me. I didn't care who you were. I would rip you off. I would commit any crime to get what I wanted to get, and I wanted it right away.
Mm-hmm. So how long were you addicted? How long did you use?
I was using I used heroin for like a couple years, but I started using when I was 12.
Okay, and how old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. So, for how many years did you use drugs?
10 years.
10 years. So you were a real drug addict.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. So, I mean, most people see you now and say it's impossible that you don't have a reaction to this stuff. I mean, seriously, you were a real drug addict, and people have been to other drug treatments. Mm-hmm. Have you did any other drug treatments before?
Yeah.
How many?
I've been to 2 or 3 other programs.
And how long were they?
One of them was 2 months, one of them was 10 months, and then another one was 30 days. Mm-hmm.
So did any of those treatment centers, did they show you how to change your reaction to drugs?
No.
Did they show you how to change bad feelings?
No.
Did they show you how to change memories? And do you think that these 3 areas, if you have the skill and talent and know-how to change your reaction, change your emotions, and change memories, are the keys to your success?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm just wondering because I see that theme.
That's why it's successful here with all those things and mm-hmm. with what you guys are able to bring to our program as well and help with that. I think that that's like the perfect equation for success.
Yeah, I agree. Because I see it. It's always emotions. Mm-hmm. And needing some kind of mental toughness as well.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Good job. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Doesn't she?
He's not allowed to say.
He's not saying anything.
It's okay. He's your brother. You don't need to worry about that. He's like.
I mean,
sure?
you ought to start. We should show pictures of you before.
Oh hell no! Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing.
I mean, you look death worked
like
over.
A completely different person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I mean, you can show them for other people to see, but I don't want to see it. That's embarrassing. Oh my gosh.
But you know what? It really is amazing. I bet I still have. We did this stuff. We didn't do this stuff the very first time when we started, like the testing with the drugs, did we? I
think no, because you guys were here the second time mm-hmm. round when I came in the program, and that's when they started bringing all of this into the picture.
Yeah, and you remember doing this test?
Yeah, and I think I did it every single time you guys came, and it was like the first couple of times I would like freak out, and then after that it kind of got better and better, so.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of you, thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Good interview.